show, we get you the entire buzz around the primary market space, the IPOs that are hitting the street, and clearly there is a lot of buzz right now and right here today. We'll first talk about the new listing, that is Nazara Technologies. Now, this Rakesh Jhunjhunwala-backed company, of course, had a whole lot of interest generating in the entire investors community, and we have seen a stellar debut being made, bumper listing over there, 81% of a premium over the issue price of 1101 rupees per share. On the NSE, we've seen the listing of Nazara Technologies at 1990 rupees per share. So a robust listing over there, around 79% of a premium is the kind of listing we have to the issue price is what we've seen on the BSE as far as the BSE index is concerned. But for sure, the investors who did manage to get lucky and get those shares pocketed in the IPO allotment, they would have been clearly a happy lot today. But what is the outlook like? What after the stellar listing that we have seen today? 81% has shot up already on day one. What should you be doing? Well, we've spoken to a whole host of experts, and they are saying that right now is a time when you could actually think of booking your profits because the valuations look quite expensive at this point in time at 1990 rupees per share on the NSE. Saurabh Joshi, who's the research analyst at Marwari Shares and Finance Limited, has said that from the issue price, the stock price has run up on the day one of listing already, and therefore it actually commands high valuations at this point in time. So one needs to look at booking some of the gains that one has really made at this point in time, as the stretch valuations would be something of a concern in the long run as well. But the company has definitely raised about 583 crore rupees through this issue. Part of it was fresh issue of shares of 180 crore rupees, whereas the other part was actually all about the OFS right now. Let's move on to now see the IPO buzz. Where is the buzz being created? BBQ Nation IPO shut shop on Friday. That's March 26th. Here's just a quick update so that you would know what was the entire issue subscribed over. So it was subscribed over 6 times, in the 3 days period from 24th to 26th of March. The one lot of shares actually included 30 shares of BBQ Nation with a face value of 5 rupees. The issue size was 453 crore rupees, whereas when you talk about the price band, that was between 498 to 500 rupees per share as well. The shares are expected to list on April 7, and we'll keep an eye out on that one as well. The IPO details included 453 crore rupees that the company is looking to increase, garner from this, and the retail investors portion has been recorded at about 10% for this one as well. So that's just an update on BBQ Nation. Remember, there's been an entire good subscription that we've seen so far for this IPO, and qualified institutional buyers had subscribed about 5.1 times. The non-institutional investors portion got subscribed about 3 times, and the portion set aside for retail investors were actually subscribed about 13.3 times, and that of the employees also got subscribed over 1 times. So that is the update on BBQ Nation as well, and the company will be using the fresh issue worth of shares that the company has been able to garner through this IPO to repay some of the debt and to also include it in the capex related to the expansion of the chain as well. Moving on to the last week's listings now, you need to get an update of how the IPO market is performing in the secondary market space. Last week, we had seen a whole host of listings taking place, beginning from Suryodaya Small Finance Bank. However, this disappointed the investors. It listed at a discount of about 4%. Last week, over the issue price of 305 rupees, the list price was 293 rupees, and the current market price is even lower at 257 rupees per share. So that's something that the viewers and the investors must take note of, that the IPOs that had already garnered good response in the IPO, in the subscription, some of them are also not performing to the investors' expectations. Moving on to another stock that got listed last week, that was Kalyan Jewellers, again because of the brand name in the jewelry space that it has. Of course, there was a whole lot of interest over here as well, but the discount of 13.5% was seen on the listing over the issue price of 87. It got listed at 73 rupees, and the current market price is just around the same, 74 rupees per share. So again, tepid listing is what we had seen for Kalyan Jewellers, and still it has not been able to perform that much, even despite the fact that today the markets are up and running and up about 1.5% in trade today. Moving on to the another listing that we saw last week, that was Craftsman Automation. That got listed at a discount of 9% over the issue price of 1490 rupees per share. The list price was 1350 rupees per share, and the current, if you see, the market price is around 1454. So some inching up from the lows of the listing day is what we have seen. We'll just have to wait to watch to find out whether this continues going on from here as well. So that is the kind of listing that we have seen. Lakshmi Organic, another stock that we had seen listing last week, that also had got listed on a discount of 20%. Remember, Lakshmi Organic was one IPO that actually got one of the biggest or the maximum kind of subscriptions. Over 100%, 106% kind of subscription is what we had seen for this IPO. But again, it disappointed the investors. Listed over the issue, it got listed at a discount of 20% to the issue price of 130. If you see, the 156 was the listing price. The current market price is somewhere around 176%. So you are seeing some kind of inching up on this one as well. But we'll just have to wait to find out how the things turn in favor of Lakshmi Organic or not going on from here. So that's as far as the update on the listings is concerned on the recent IPOs. We'll keep getting you all the update on the primary market space. So keep watching IPO Rush if you need to know what's really happening in the primary market space and whether you should be looking at adding some of the new upcoming IPOs in this space or not. Many thanks for tuning in. Whole lot of market action right on the other side. Do join us for Market Meter at 12:30, 12:45. When we'll be talking to a fundamental expert who shall explain to you in the current market scenario what should be your strategy. Do join us.